Hey Potterheads, welcome to my daily vote video. So in case you guys don't know, I'm running for Cineplex pre-show host. It would be amazing if you could head to cineplex.com/castingcall and spare me a vote. Today's vote video is going to be about why I love Harry Potter so much. I'm like super Potter obsessed. I have all this Potter merchandise. I've seen the movies a million times. I reread the book series once a year. I have a Harry Potter tattoo. I'm like really serious about it. And people ask me sometimes what it is about the Harry Potter series that connected with me on such an emotional level. I was first exposed to Harry Potter when I was in the 6th grade, which is the same age that Harry is when he first goes off to Hogwarts. I remember my like amazingly British English teacher, Mr. Wass, sat us all down in 6th grade and read us the first chapter of Harry Potter. He read all the way up to where Hagrid knocks down the door of the hut, right on Harry's birthday. Mr. Wass closed the book and was like, if you guys want to know what happens next, you have to read it. And this is after he'd already had like 2 chapters read in his like amazing British accent, which is the way Harry Potter was supposed to be read. And it was like instantly we were all hooked. So as it kind of continued, I imagine in the same way that a lot of you did, I grew up at the same pace as Harry. I just related so closely to everything that he was going through. I mean, not like the magic parts or the like evil Nazi wizards, but you know, the more overarching themes of the book. As well, I think the book kind of tackles a difficult subject that not a lot of children's literature gets into, that there's a lot of gray between black and white. There are very few people in the Harry Potter series who are just pure good or pure evil. Everyone has reasons for what they do. Everyone has a backstory that complicates their narrative. When you first look at Dumbledore as the trope of the like good white wizard, you think, okay, well this is a character who's all good. He's Harry's mentor, he's the anti-Voldemort, he's the good guy, but you know, as the story goes on, you realize that like, oh, he kind of used to be like a crazy fascist and like killed his sister by accident probably, and also like was a super asshole to Harry and made a lot of terrible decisions. Draco Malfoy, who's the black and white antagonist of the first film, ends up becoming someone that you really like as the series goes on, which I think Tom Felton portrayed very well over the course of the movies. I don't know if anyone else had played him if you would have gotten that same level of sympathy for the character. Harry has to remember that the world isn't split into the good guys and Death Eaters, that he has to deal with a whole variety of people that he maybe doesn't necessarily want to, but that makes him a better person in the end. So we also learn that while family is super important to Harry, friendship is the #1 thing that matters, as is Harry's loyalty and his friends' loyalty to him over the course of the series. The books are called Harry Potter. Everybody knows they're about Harry Potter, but the books are just as much about Ron and Hermione as they are about Harry. And maybe this doesn't come through as much in the films as I think it probably could have, but Harry would be nothing without Hermione and without Ron. It's easy to see what Hermione brings to the table with her book smarts, but I get really mad when people are disparaging of Ron, because Ron, in my opinion, is the bravest of all of them. Ron isn't the chosen one, Ron isn't super smart, Ron isn't super handsome, Ron isn't super anything. Ron is just a normal dude who happens to be best friends with Harry, and he chooses to go on this journey with him. Ron could have bailed at any time, but he chooses to stay. And I think that's incredibly, incredibly amazing. And Ron's loyalty to Harry, just like Harry's loyalty to his friends, Dumbledore's army's loyalty to each other, and the greater loyalty of the Order of the Phoenix really shows that it is loyalty to each other, and in a real meaningful sense, loyalty to the people that you love, that makes who you are in this world. And I think that's the #1 thing that I think is really important that Harry Potter teaches you, is that it's your choices in this world that truly matter. It doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter who your parents are, it doesn't matter what people expect of you. If Voldemort had chosen to kill Neville Longbottom instead of Harry, the whole story would be different, and Neville would be the hero. Harry undergoes a series of choices which really determines who he turns out to be as a man. You know, he chooses Gryffindor and not Slytherin. He chooses not to be friends with Draco Malfoy on that first day of school. He chooses Ron and Hermione. He chooses his group of friends. He chooses his family. He chooses the Weasleys. You know, even if you ever feel small and insignificant, or like you don't matter, or like the things you do don't matter, they do. The choices you make affect you, and they affect the people around you, and they are significant, and they matter, and you matter. And I think that is the greater story of Harry Potter, and that's why it sticks with me so much. If you want to tell me why you love Harry Potter so much, you can connect with me on Twitter. I'm always there. And please spare a vote for me for Cineplex pre-show host. I'll put the voting link right up here and it's in the description. So please drop me a vote for that. It would be amazing. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!